Vamos carajo, brothers, this is your boy JT and welcome back to another episode of South Stand Signings, the series of course we go through everything happening in and around the world, Leeds United, and we have a little talk about it, and we are up late again to go through all of tomorrow morning's transfer headlines, news, information, everything, and let's dig our teeth straight into it. And the first story is surrounding that man Victor Orta, and could he be planning some unexpected transfer moves at Leeds United? Just quickly before we do get into the rest of the video, there are a hell of a lot more of you who have just joined us very recently since we've been doing these transfer videos, and as you'll see in these videos, we like to break down some statistics. However, one statistic that is brutally alarming is that 77.2% of you are not subscribed. We are moonwalking our way up there, so if you could please help support me, support you by smashing that subscribe button down below, then that would be very, very much appreciated. Now, on to the rest of the video. Leeds United could shock a few people this summer, according to transfer insider Dean Jones. When speaking to Gimme Sport this week, the Eurosport journalist delivered an intriguing claim about Victor Orta and co.'s potential plans to bolster Jesse Marsch's playing squad. He said, "We'll discover how ambitious Leeds will be. I think they'll put in a few offers that are unexpected just to test the water, but then I also think that we'll see Jesse Marsch leaning on players that he's either worked with in the past or knows a lot about from his career so far, so that he can build a team that is adept to his style of play." So there you go, he's basically revealed what we've already seen to be true, and that is that Leeds are going after all of his old boys, whether it be all the Salzburg Dons, the Leipzig Dons, or the American Dons. We're going after all of them. Anybody that has some sort of link to Jesse Marsch, we seem to be going for them. And I see a lot of mixed responses to it from a lot of you lot, which is why I was actually quite happy with the Marc Roca news, because he's not someone that's worked under Jesse Marsch. And I don't just want 4 or 5 or 6 players that have worked under Jesse Marsch before. You know, it's not a very well experienced squad, you know what I mean? You're not adding a lot of cultural diversity to it, in my opinion, which is why I think we should be mixing things up a bit. However, one man who didn't play under Jesse Marsch, and a man who might be very well coming to Leeds United, and this will very much appease a lot of you fans out there. Florian Grillitsch transfer update emerges by Charlie Smith on the 12th of June 9:40. Further updates have now emerged regarding reported Leeds United target Florian Grillitsch. Hailed as an exceptionally gifted by Hoffenheim director Alexander Rosen, the Bundesliga club midfielder was linked with a move to Ellen Road in April. Transfer insider Dean Jones revealed in recent weeks that the Austrian international is still a target for the Whites and could come to Yorkshire even if Calvin Phillips remains at the club. Valued at £14.4 million by Transfermarkt, the 26-year-old is out of contract at Hoffenheim at the end of the month, with Leeds still name-checked with an interest in recent reports. And the important part for me there is that they said despite whether or not Calvin Phillips leaves or not, they're still after Florian Grillitsch. And I also heard that they're still after Roca. There was a lot of talk about Roca potentially being a Calvin Phillips replacement. However, the idea is to get him in regardless of what happens to Calvin Phillips, and if Calvin Phillips leaves, to still go and get another midfielder. Now this is very exciting, because if we did get Roca, which I think we will do, if we add Grillitsch on top of that, and then we're still expecting Calvin Phillips to stay, then we're going to have a very strong midfield for the first time since I can remember, especially if Forshaw comes back. We might actually have a situation where we have 4 top holding midfielders fit and ready. Absolutely crazy scenes. Probably wishing for too much there, and we might end up signing 3 defensive midfielders, maybe losing Calvin Phillips. Either way, it does look like they have planned for the worst. However, will we get Grillitsch? It's not 100% certain yet, because according to newspaper Die Presse am Sonntag, they claimed that Fiorentina have reached a verbal agreement with Grillitsch. However, this does contradict transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, who came out on Saturday night saying there's still no agreement between Fiorentina and Grillitsch. So still in there like swimwear? Would you guys want the move? Would you want Roca and Grillitsch? Let me know down below. Another area of contention for Leeds United this transfer window has of course been with that man Rafinha. Is he going to Liverpool? Is he going to PSG? Is he going to Barcelona? Is he going to Man United? We don't know where he's heading. However, Leeds United have been told who to sign if Rafinha goes, and that is of course Gonzalo Plata. The links with him have gone a little bit cold recently. I thought we were going to get this deal wrapped up a little bit sooner. I mean, look at me, mate, we're getting spoiled here, aren't I? Me saying I thought we were going to get this deal wrapped up a little bit sooner. We've already made 2 signings, might be making a 3rd before most clubs have even made 1, so I do need to just calm down a little bit here. Leeds getting me a bit overexcited, but the links with Gonzalo Plata have simmered down a little bit. The ex-Leeds shot stopper Robinson has name-checked the Ecuadorian international as the man to replace Rafinha, adding that he expects the Whites man to be playing in European football next season. He sounds very much like a Rafinha type of player. They seem to be highly sought after, these wingers who can play on the opposite side of the foot to what they are. Well, that doesn't really, I mean, yeah, sure, he's left-footed and can play on the right like Rafinha. Does that make him anywhere near the caliber of a player that Rafinha was? I don't know. And I don't know that he is going to be a Rafinha replacement. I think he's a top youngster. I'm very interested in the prospect of getting him, but I wouldn't want him as the Rafinha replacement. I want us to move on. Like Rafinha, we bought him because at the time he was cheap. He was relatively inexperienced at the top level. He wasn't exactly world-renowned, sought after, and then he developed a hell of a lot once we got here. But now we need to replace him with a guy who is already developed, someone of that caliber, and then bring in a Gonzalo Plata alongside him, in my opinion. I don't think you just bring in Plata as the main Rafinha replacement. I think you need to bring someone else in as well as Plata, and it doesn't look like Noah Lang's going to be the man anymore because he is pretty much confirmed to be going to AC Milan now. So who are we going to get alongside Plata? I don't know. Are you guys happy with just Plata coming in and Rafinha going out? I'm not too convinced. I think we do need a little bit more. Speaking of a little bit more, Phil Hayes shares the latest update on Leeds United's pursuit of Marc Roca. That is right. We're all sat here waiting with bated breath for this deal to get done and pushed over the line. The Athletic journalist wrote on his personal Twitter account on 12th of June that it's not good to go yet and he is still waiting for white smoke, which is basically the final done deal update. Someone questioned him on this, saying, does this mean it's happening? I've missed Phil tweeting updates, and he said no, it means it's not good to go yet. However, it does seem like this deal is edging closer, it's eking closer. The more we look into it, the more we hear about it, it just seems like they're nailing down the final few personal terms before that deal is done, and I feel like it will be probably 72 hours time now. 72 hours time, I think you'll see him either taking his Leeds medical or sat there with a picture in the Leeds United kit. Roca is on. You heard it here first. If Roca does not sign for Leeds United this summer, I will shave my mustache. Yeah, you heard it here first. I will shave the tash. This beautiful crispy tash, it will be gone if he doesn't sign for us this summer transfer window. I'm telling you, it's happening for a fact. It's just a matter of time now. Are you guys happy with that? Do you think we need another midfielder alongside him? Do you think Roca's enough if we do manage to keep Phillips, or do you think we need to sign 2 midfielders alongside Phillips? That's the question, and if that's the question, what's the answer? Let me know down below. And now on to the biggest question on everybody's lips this transfer window, and that has been surrounding our striker. Who are we going to sign to lead the line? Goals very hard to come for Leeds United last season. Rafinha, the top goal scorer with 11. Jack Harrison second with 10. And third was a massive drop down to Rodrigo Moreno on 6 goals. Not enough goal contribution out there. So obviously, we're going to be looking for a striker. And it looks like we found our man. That is right. Whites hold conversations for Junior Adamu. That's right. We're going for another Rasen Ball Sports Salzburg man. We just heard them talking a minute ago about how they want to bring in players who have played under Jesse Marsch before. Well, here we go. It looks like the deal for Junior Adamu is really hotting up now. The Whites have already raided the Austrian Giants twice this summer, and it looks like we're going for a third one. The player who is described as ice cold and special by UEFA license coach coach Kerno Samba seems to be looking like he is on his way over to West Yorkshire. A UFC Fan Zone provided an update regarding Leeds' pursuit for the striker on Friday evening, on which they shared a story on Instagram. They spoke to a source close to Adamu who has confirmed that there have been conversations over a possible move to Elland Road. They added that nothing is concrete yet, but he is definitely on the radar of Leeds United. With those talks already happening with the board and the player, it does seem like this one is getting close, and currently this is the favourite striker we do have to sign. However, another one is still Valentin Castellanos, and Leeds United are the front runners to sign him. I don't know why they've said he plays for New York Red Bulls here, but we move. That is right, Leeds are apparently by a clear way the front runners to sign Valentin Castellanos, and there's a lot of people reporting that they're severely expecting that deal to be done in a couple of weeks instead. But it's not just him who we're the favourites to sign, because Ellis has also come out and said that we're the favourites to sign him as well. According to Sabrach Mondau, forward response when asked if he is joining Leeds United. Although forward Ellis has told El Gerardo that he wants to play in the Premier League amid speculation that Jesse Marsh's Leeds United are interested in signing him. L'Equipe reported this week that Leeds are interested in signing him, and in response to this, the 26-year-old Honduras international said that his dream is to play in the Premier League. However, he did refuse to say whether that move will be to Leeds United or not. He said, "For now, I have a contract with this team and I have to respect it." Obviously, he's not going to come out and say, "Yeah, I'm going to Leeds United," but what other Premier League clubs have you heard that are in for him? And Leeds, man, we're making moves left, right and centre. We're the favourites to sign all of these strikers. Which striker are we actually going to go in for and actually bite the bullet on? That's the question. I think he'll be the cheapest. I think Adamu will be the second cheapest, and I think Castellanos will be the most expensive of the three. So for a value for money option, you're probably looking at Ellis instead. However, which one do you guys want? Forget value for money, forget it all. Which striker do you want playing at Elland Road next year? Do you want Ellis? Do you want Castellanos? Or do you want Junior Adamu? Let me know down below. And just finally, Pete O'Rourke has come out giving his 2 cents on the situation surrounding Dries Mertens going over to Elland Road, saying that it would be a massive statement signing bringing Dries Mertens over, and he believes that although he's old, he would be a very good addition to Leeds United for his experience and for everything else he can offer, and for the status that he would throw upon Leeds United. However, we are not alone in the race, with Newcastle also very interested in his signing. And then Jackie Talbot also came out talking about how it would be a brilliant signing for Leeds to sign Serginho Dest. But let me know down below which one of these transfers excites you the most, which one you want to get done soon. Let me know down below. But for now, guys, I will see you very soon. Au revoir, my brothers and sisters.